Walls.
Bailey is innocent and I curse you all.
Jesus!
Stop recording! A convicted killer slashes his throat in court.
Stop recording!
A gang member charges with a pen, and a millionaire swallows cyanide to escape justice. These are not scenes from a thriller, but real-life courtroom meltdowns that shocked the nation. This documentary dives into the harrowing cases of Sial Angelou, Aubrey Trail, and Michael Marin, where desperation, rage, and calculated defiance erupted in the face of judgment. From a gang-related shooting in Utah, to a Tinder date turned murder in Nebraska, to an arsonist's final act in Arizona, these stories unravel the raw human emotions that explode under pressure. Join us as we explore what drives someone to such extreme acts in the courtroom, and what justice awaits the fallen.
Walls.
Siale Angelou. The gang member's fatal charge. Drop the pen. Drop it out your hand. A courtroom erupts in gunfire as a gang member's rage ends in tragedy. What pushed him over the edge? We begin in Salt Lake City, Utah on April 21, 2014, where Siale Angelou, a 25-year-old member of the Tongan Crip gang, TCG, sat in federal court facing racketeering charges. Angelou, born in Tonga and raised in Utah, was indicted under the Racketeer-Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, RICO, for robbery, weapons offenses, assault, and the 2010 shooting of 2 U.S. Marshals during a gang turf war. The trial before Judge Tana Campbell was tense, with prosecutors presenting a former TCG member, Witness A, to testify about the gang's violent operations, including drug trafficking and shootings. As the witness detailed TCG's crimes, Angelou snapped. Surveillance footage captured the chaos. Angelou, in an orange jumpsuit, grabbed a pen from his attorney's table, vaulted over the defense bench, and charged toward the witness stand, aiming to stab him. A U.S. Marshal guarding the witness fired 4 shots. Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, 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 and then boom, 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 boom.
Striking Angelou in the chest, he collapsed, blood pooling, as the courtroom descended into pandemonium. "Walls don't move," the marshal shouted, securing the scene. Angelou was rushed to Intermountain Medical Center, but died within hours. The incident, covered by the Salt Lake Tribune and KSL News, sparked controversy. Angelou's family filed a wrongful death lawsuit in 2015, alleging excessive force, but the 10th Circuit Court dismissed it in 2019, citing the marshal's split-second decision, case number 214, CV00611. The trial continued without Angelou, with 17 TCG members convicted, dismantling the gang's operations. Utah saw a 10% drop in gang-related violent crime from 2014 to 2018, FBI Uniform Crime Reports. Angelou's death at just 25 left his family grieving and raised questions about courtroom security and the volatility of gang loyalty.
Bailey is innocent and I curse you all.
Jesus!
Aubrey Trail, the Tinder murder's bloody protest. Bailey is innocent and I curse you all. A convicted murderer slashes his throat in court. What drove a calculated killer to such a desperate act? Next, we travel to Wilbur, Nebraska, on June 24, 2019, where Aubrey Trail, 52, faced trial for the murder of 24-year-old Sidney Loof. Trail, a con man with a history of fraud, met Loof via Tinder on November 15, 2017. After a second date, Loof vanished. Weeks later, on December 4, 2017, her remains were found dismembered in 14 garbage bags across Clay County, Nebraska, wrapped in duct tape. Trail and his girlfriend, Bailey Boswell, 23, were arrested after surveillance footage showed them buying tools, a hacksaw, tin snips, and bleach, at a Home Depot hours before Loof's disappearance. Trail's interrogation revealed a chilling story. It was a mistake. Strangulation went too far. He claimed Loof's death was accidental during a consensual act, but evidence pointed to premeditation. The couple fled to Missouri, posting videos claiming innocence. "I've never killed anyone in my life." Yet receipts and Loof's phone data tied them to the crime. At trial in Saline County District Court before Judge Vicki Johnson, Trail smuggled a razor blade into court. As testimony mounted, he stood, screamed, "Bailey is innocent, and I curse you all!"
Bailey is innocent and I curse you all.
Jesus!
And slashed his throat 3 times. Officers tackled him, and he was rushed to a hospital, surviving after surgery. Trail later testified, "I used a hacksaw blade to dismember her. A bad decision I own." He refused to apologize to Loof's family, saying "I'm sorry" would be an insult after what I put you through. On June 9, 2021, the jury convicted Trail of first-degree murder, Nebraska Reverend Statute Section 28-303. On December 8, 2021, Judge Johnson sentenced him to death, citing the crime's exceptional depravity. Boswell received life without parole. Now 58, Trail awaits execution at Tecumseh State Correctional Institution. The case, reported by Lincoln Journal-Star and Omaha World-Herald, led to Nebraska's 2020 Tinder safety campaign, with 1,200 online dating-related complaints in 2022. Nebraska AG data. Loof's family, devastated, created a foundation in her memory, forever haunted by Trail's courtroom outburst. Michael Marin, the millionaire's cyanide escape. "I've got a great wife. I don't need to die." A millionaire's plea turns to poison. What secrets burned with his mansion? We conclude in Phoenix, Arizona, on June 28, 2012, where Michael James Marin, a 53-year-old Yale Law School graduate and former Wall Street trader, faced sentencing for arson and insurance fraud. Marin, a charismatic adventurer who climbed Mount Everest, owned a 10,000-square-foot Biltmore Estates mansion valued at $3.5 million. On July 5, 2009, it erupted in flames. Marin escaped using a rope ladder and scuba gear, claiming, "The air tank saved me."
I realized that I actually had some air left in that tank, and that's what enabled me to get back.
He filed a $2.5 million insurance claim, but investigators found gasoline in timers, proving arson, ARS Section 13-1704. Marin, drowning in $2.3 million in debt, torched his home to escape foreclosure. Charged with arson of an occupied structure, a dangerous felony, he faced 7 to 21 years. At trial in Maricopa County Superior Court before Judge Bruce Cohen, Marin's defense argued the fire was accidental, but evidence, chemical traces, and his financial ruin convinced the jury. On June 28, 2012, as the verdict was read, we find the defendant, Michael James Marin, guilty of arson. Cameras caught Marin slipping a cyanide pill into his mouth. He swallowed again as the judge spoke, then began coughing and seizing. "Your Honor," attorneys shouted as Marin collapsed. Rushed to Banner Good Samaritan Medical Center, he died within minutes. Autopsy confirmed cyanide poisoning. The case, covered by the Arizona Republic and ABC 15, exposed Marin's double life, a thrill-seeker hiding financial collapse. His death left 4 children and a wife, who declined interviews, in shock. Arizona reported 300 arson cases in 2012, with 10% tied to fraud, Arizona DFS data. Marin's suicide, a calculated exit, robbed justice but left a haunting question. What drives a man to such a final act? These 3 stories, Angelau's fatal charge, Trail's bloody protest, Marin's cyanide escape, reveal the raw desperation of those facing justice. From gang loyalty to calculated murder to financial ruin, what snaps in the courtroom? Can justice prevail when chaos erupts? If you or someone needs help, call 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline or 1-800-799-7233 National Domestic Violence Hotline. Share your thoughts below, and stay tuned for more true crime stories that unravel the human psyche.